once you've audited your brand, you kind of removed, and you talk to friends, say, hey, take this off, I really don't like this picture, can you really do me a favor, give me a solid, take that off, untag, do all that stuff. You may even want to monitor your brand. You can use things like Rappler. It's interesting, someone had swore on my wall, like, wow, that's the ish.
Yeah.
And then I get this little message from Rappler, just to let you know that you have objectionable phrases and language on your wall. But this is good because it sends me a message and it lets me know if there's anything that doesn't align with my brand. And I've had things where it did align, the swearing in the post, because it was all about bullying, and they had things like, if you call me slut, it means this. But because it was on my wall, Rappler sent me a message saying, hey, just so you know,
this week, actually.
There's something that you might want to be concerned with. So I think it's a really awesome service. You can also set up Google Alerts. You can also just regularly monitor, Google yourself, know what's out there, because you need to know that. And also review your privacy settings. So you want to make sure that you see, I'm sorry, you have a question.
So with Rappler and stuff, my name is the same as a very famous porn stars.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm still on page 1 in Google. But how do you work around things where someone has the same name as you and it doesn't align with your personal brand?
Absolutely. What a lot of people tend to do is rebrand with their middle initial.
Yeah.
Everything you do and own will have your middle initial, because when I Google you and I put I will naturally, if I see your Cher Jones, for example, I will always, because everything I have, all my accounts say Cher Jones, everything else says Cher Jones, it will separate you from the pack. It won't completely, because you can't control what else is out there, but what you have to do is align yourself, separate yourself and align your brand under the same title. So that might be that's the biggest suggestion I find works for most people, is just adding that middle initial and making sure your brand is consistent across the board. So LinkedIn, Twitter, everything has to have that. And that's one way.
Would you recommend using the video name?
Yes. I think that's a great question, because a lot of people are very concerned about online theft and identity theft. But there's just so much personal information out there at this point. I mean, if you're going to get targeted, it's just randomly that you get targeted or somebody actually knows you. I mean, everybody shares so much now. And I know that's not really an answer, but it's the truth. If you look at how much people share online, that's because someone actually targeted you specifically. So it's a scary thing, but it's like, how do you compete? So I know that's not the answer that everybody wants to hear. Well, here's the solution. It's not that easy, and I wish it were. You have a question?
Yesterday, I set up my avatar.
Yes.
Or avatar, approved avatar.
Yeah.
And there was this little tension between putting the picture in and associating my personal name with it, or not putting it in. Because putting it in is personal branding.
Yes.
You're